What up, everybody? Today we got a 2024 Chevy Equinox we're going to be fixing up. Let's give you a show. We got our bumper. I've got everything torn down already. We got a little bit of a door repair here. Just a little guy right here. We'll pull the emblems and we'll get that fixed up. We got our fender over here. She's hit pretty good. Got a real nice ouchie right here. And then if you look over here, she's got another ouchie. But fortunately, with it being off, I can get to both sides, so I should be able to get most of it out. Then we're gonna get a new bumper because that one got messed up pretty good. But we're gonna learn how to take this apart together because I've never taken one of these apart. Yep, that's the game plan. So we're gonna start off by repairing the fender. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bumper retainer clip off of it, and then I'm gonna be flipping it up inside out. And I'm gonna use a hammer and dolly to get as much of this as possible out on here. We have a body line that goes here, but it just got scraped here, and it got a good smack going on right here, and it's all got all kinds of eyebrows and things like that going on. So that's what's going on with that. And I'll put you on time lapse, and we'll see how we do. Alright, well I pretty much worked this thing about as well as I think I can get it with hammer and dolly. It's not 100% perfect yet, but we're definitely getting there. I got a lot of these out. But now we're going to grind her up and apply Bondo. Alright, so we got the fender done. Only took like 3 mental breakdowns and feeling like a failure as a body man a couple times. Just a couple times this time. But got it in Bondo, got the lines pretty well to where I'm happy with. Gonna prime the bejesus out of it. And then it should look pretty good. Now we're gonna go over here to our door. When it got hit, it just kind of dinged it, but there's enough of a streak right there that I gotta go ahead and fix. So the first thing I gotta do is get rid of the emblem, and then we'll see about possibly smacking it a little bit and grind it up and get her in Bondo and prime it and paint it. Skadoosh. All right, so we got our door repaired. We're ready to get that in primer. Now we're going to go over and start working on our bumper. So our bumper here got smacked pretty good here. Messed that up. All that's kind of crunched in. Expert camera skills. We're gonna go and take out pretty much all this stuff here. So basically what you saw me do there was took this little piece here out, took a little bit of heat on a scraper, and just, these things are made to come out and get replaced. So that's what I went and did. I'm gonna end up doing some straightening on this part here too. And this only had like 4 7mm. There's something rattling around in there. It's a reminiscence of the broken bowl. I'll fish that out. But I'm gonna end up taking a couple of dollies and trying to straighten this guy out here. Got a heat lamp going so that it softens it up, and I'm probably gonna use my heat gun. I'm gonna end up using my heat gun to get it heated up some more, and then I'll use a couple of bodyman dollies, whatever you want to call them, to move the plastic around and get it in as good a shape as I can. Alright guys, we got the bumper repaired. You can see right here, we used a special plastic Bondo that flexes with plastic so it's not going to crack out. I put some heat on it and moved it around the best that I could, get it back into shape. We'll get that in primer, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and strip this front bumper. I already took all that part apart, but if you're going to want to take the fog light out on this, it's just some 7mm. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then this fog light comes right out. I'm gonna start by taking the upper grill off. And once you do that, you got these slider things here that pop out that way, and then it's just a bunch of clips that you kind of gotta mangle with. And then after you do that, the grill should pop out. And pretty similar stuff with the lower trim pieces that are underneath this thing. So we'll do that. I'm gonna get started doing that, and you guys can watch me struggle while I take it off. So I'm gonna start by taking off the fog light. Get that all out of the way. Go. Okay. And just like that, that comes out. There. One of the things that I like to do is I'd like to put my hardware back when I don't have a cup for it to be stashed in, so you don't lose it. Actually, I'm replacing this lower piece, so I don't want to do that. I'll find a cup and label it. You should go there. This fog light. See, it's only got 4 blinkers. There's one. Go over here. These little clip things that I'm talking about, where you just push that spike down and it comes out like that. All right, there we go. There we go. As far as bumpers go, this one doesn't look too bad. It's not too bad as far as it going on apart. It looks worse than it is.
You walked right there. No, I'm talking when I first walked over. Oh.
And just like that, we got to go out.
Shop goes up. House? The shop goes up.
So I got her all torn apart, and I'll show you here. So there's 2 7mm that go here and here. Then there's a bunch of clips here, all the way around here, and go follow this basically up and around there. And then there's a couple more 7mm that go here. I took off this piece of trim. She was just clipped into place. There was a clip for this trim that goes like here, here, and here, and then it was just kind of clipped in, and I just had to kind of gingerly help it come out. But yeah, I got it all torn apart. I'm gonna take this piece off. It's riveted on, so I'll have to drill those out. But then after that, we'll do a little bit more sanding on the side that we repaired over there and get ready to prime. So this is what we're looking like after primer. Got some guide coat on there. Once it's dried, we give it sanded. Once it's sanded, we're gonna go ahead and get it in the paint booth, get it painted, and then we'll do the reassembly. All right, we're out of the paint booth. Here's what you look like. I kind of just threw the fender on there. It's not fit up right. But as messed up as she was, I'm pretty happy with it. And then we got our bumper right over here. It's looking pretty nice. And now comes the fun part of putting everything back together. Here's our door repair. That's looking pretty good. No more indentation than it was. We'll get it all thrown back together and send her on her way. I skipped ahead a little bit. Got the bumper built. Taking it apart wasn't too bad. Going back together was kind of a different story, but she's all put back together. Like I said, these things are just clipped into place, but sometimes you just got to really massage them to get them to where you want them to be. So now we're gonna go from here to down. So before we get the bumper thrown back on, we're gonna throw the headlight back in. And for the headlight, you got retainer here, here, and then hidden in the back, you got one right here, and then you've got a bolt right here on the side, and I'll show you guys where those are on the vehicle. When you're taking the headlight out on these Chevy Equinoxes, you got there's the one spot here, got the one spot right here, the one that's hidden in the back right here, and then you'll have your retainer right here. Now we'll go to throw the bumper on after we get the headlight installed. All right, so moving on to the fender. If you want to put one of these on or take one off, you've got a bolt here, bolt here. You've got a Torx bolt that's hidden right here. There's a piece of rubber, but so it's right here. There's a little plate that covers this up. You've got a bolt here. And then you've got a bolt that goes this way right here. And then you've got a bolt that goes this way about here. And then at the bottom here, you're going to have two that are right at the bottom here. You just got to pry this out, and you can get a wrench in there and get them out. And then you have one here and then one here. Then after you do all that, the bumper should be able to come off. And it is easier if you take the wheel liner out. Everybody, we got her all put back together and built. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe.